What's happening, y'all? It's your boy, Supernatural the rapper. Hell yeah. Here on I'm starting this channel right here, called Internet Rumors. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to find a little niche. We're gonna change all this up, y'all. We're gonna get into this. I'm gonna teach y'all the game on how to do this internet thing right quick, for real, on the real. So we also be some billionaires. I'm trying to be Trill Zill. You feel? On the real, my nigga. Ain't shit funny. But what we talking about right now, Boy Turk, my boy with that Joseph album. Boy, your boy Joseph. Joseph, Turk said that Joseph was number 6. Last time I heard of something, he said it was going to be number 1. Then I heard him say it was the number 1 album in the world. I don't believe that, but it could be. I mean, I looked on iTunes, and I didn't see Joseph nowhere. I saw Boosie's album. I saw the Carter. I didn't see Freedom of Speech. I didn't see Joseph. But Freedom of Speech had been out. So I don't know. I ain't never looked on no charts, but when Turk said look at the charts and look at the charts, it's gonna show that Joseph, so I went and looked. I ain't see most of them. I ain't even recognize the people that was on there. For real. But anyway, yeah, but this is about comparing Turk to Joseph. The real Joseph. The Joseph from the Bible. The Joseph, the son of Jacob. The son of Jacob, who was the son of Isaac. Joseph, who was the son of Jacob, who was the son of Isaac, who was the son of Abraham. Abraham, who was the father of the children of Israel. Father of all nations. If you believe stuff like that, if you believe the Bible, then you believe that Abraham is the father of all nations, as far as God is concerned. So when Abraham had his son Isaac, if y'all know that story, Isaac was the promised child in Christian belief. He had a child before that, Ishmael, which he had through one of his slaves, one of his wife's slaves. So they were supposed to wait on God. They didn't wait. They went and had that child, Ishmael. They thought Ishmael was supposed to be the child because Sarah, Abraham's wife, didn't think she could have children because she was too old at the time. But then she got pregnant anyway. So she got pregnant, then she had the child. So now, when the child come, now she's looking at the child, her child, and the other Ishmael child over there messing with her child. Nah, I want him out. Get him out of here. So Abraham had to concede to his wife's voice, and then took Ishmael. But that's a whole other story. So Isaac was the son. Then God told Isaac to go sacrifice. God told Abraham to go sacrifice Isaac. Abraham went to go do it, but then God stopped him and gave him another sacrifice. Okay, so then Isaac went and had Jacob and Esau. Esau was supposed to be, it's always like that. Esau was supposed to be the one to inherit, was the firstborn. Even though Esau and Jacob was twins, they were born on the same day. Esau came out first. So he was the firstborn. That's how it was. So, even though they were twins, really. So, but anyway, Jacob wound up finessing. He finessed 2 times. He finessed. He finessed his brother Esau. Then he finessed his dad. Took everything from Esau. Esau, one boy, Jacob had to run. Jacob ran to his uncle. And see, that's where he met Rachel. So that's where he met Rachel. See, and he wanted Rachel. He was going to work for his uncle for 7 years to get Rachel. And that's what he did. He worked 7 years, and then his uncle finessed him. His uncle gave him his firstborn child. Said, no, the custom is you got to take the firstborn child, or the firstborn daughter. You know, so so I forgot her name, but that ain't who he wanted. But he wanted Rachel still, so he worked a whole another 7 years. He worked 14 years for his uncle to get Rachel. And then Rachel couldn't even really have kids. But guess who she had? She had Joseph. She sure did. She had Joseph and Benjamin. She had Joseph. And that's who Turk is saying he's comparing himself to. You know, and it's a clever idea. I mean, because it does seem like he's at odds with his group members, even though that could all be propaganda and stuff to promote stuff, you know. I mean, at one time, now I know BG was in jail forever, but at one time him and Baby was like on a beef, like for real, like, you know, BG was like, Baby better give me my money, making videos with guns and, you know, and like if I see him in the streets, if I catch him, I bet not catch him up down. It was boy, and now BG and Baby cool as I don't know what. And now they laughing at Turk. Like, see there, you want to go on Drink Champs and talk all that talk. Then you want to go and get on live and get all on BG dreads and all that. And now, but see, now Turk pulling it like, well, now his brothers done turned on him. Like Joseph. So let's compare Turk to Joseph. Since Turk said he Joseph. Hot Boy Turk said he Joseph. So let's see what Joseph. So, okay, so Joseph. So now, Jacob had 12 sons. So right there, that's just already put Turk out the league already. Because he only dealing with basically 2. He really just dealing with BG and Baby. The rest of them, I mean, I ain't never really known him to have no problem with. Well, I do remember one time. I thought I saw a video one time where in Turk, I thought, because I was checking Turk out after Turk came out of prison, because he had that song. I heard that song. He had blame it on the system. We can't win, we lose it. Ooh, that jump was hard, him in gunplay, boy. I was like, golly. I said, boy, that's Turk. I said, dang. I said, and then so I saw a video where I thought Turk had, or somebody, I saw a video where it said Juvenile goes to shake Turk's hand and Turk kind of, you know, like, nah, I'm good, you know, like, you know. So I thought I saw that. So I thought that Turk and Juvenile wasn't cool. Now I always thought Turk and BG were cool, you know, because in that video where BG, was dissing Baby, he was dissing Baby hard too. He was like, man, I had to leave, man. Baby will make a nigga kill him. All that line you talking about, well, as long as I got you, ain't gonna want for. Then he said, what about Turk? Oh, Turk, my nigga. Yeah, Turk. I talk to Turk all the time, except Turk phone call. I send Turk money. Yeah, Turk, you know. And they said, what about the case? Oh, he going for, you know what I'm saying? You know how them people be doing, man. The police shot the police. He did all that for Turk. So I just knew him and Turk and BG and Juvenile. Well, you know they always. He said he got the UPT thing, and Juvenile. He said he got a Chopper City thing, and Juvenile got his UPT. Ooh, that know your clap. But look, so anyway, so things happen, you know. BG been in jail, but when BG came out of jail, everything just changed. When BG came out of jail, shit got real in hip hop. It got real. I mean, and then to me, I didn't really get why BG was kind of like standoffish to Turk until people started saying, well, it's about some t-shirts that when Turk did a concert in Memphis or something, they said, and he was like, people be saying free BG, selling free BG t-shirts or something, and I guess they say he didn't break no bread with BG. I don't know. I ain't trying to say what Turk did. I don't want to accuse nobody of, because all that, like they say, that's rumors. That's internet rumor. That's some rumors, boy, but I don't know. See, I don't know if he even did a concert in Memphis. Anyway, so it seemed like everybody did turn on Turk, So Turk say he Joseph. Okay. So now Joseph brothers really turned on him because Joseph was Jacob's favorite because he was Rachel's son. You know how much he loved Rachel. So he was the son of his youth. He was the youngest one, I think, too. So he had given Joseph, Jacob gave Joseph this special coat. A coat of many colors. It was so now his brother's already feeling a certain way. And then Joseph comes and tells him he had a dream. And basically told him he had a dream he gonna rule over all of them. You know what I'm saying? And so now they really feeling a certain way. So now, one day, Jacob sent Joseph to go check on his brothers. They're out there in the field working, and so he's going to check on his brother. And so they couldn't find him. Somebody said, no, they over here in this area. So they went over there. And see, when he was coming up, his brother started plotting. They were going to kill him. They were like, we're going to kill him. This dream talk about he going to rule. We're going to see how he going to rule when he dead. All that kind of, how people get the hating, So, but, now he had another brother, and I think it was Benjamin that came forward and said, nah, we ain't gonna kill him, that's our brother, man, it's my brother. We just take him and sell him and sold him into slavery. So, they sold him into slavery. And then, but Jacob got favor from God, so he wound up working for this guy named Potiphar in Egypt. They sold him into slavery in Egypt. That's how Israel wound up in Egypt. Remember they say Israel was in Egypt and Moses came eventually and led them out of Egypt. That's how they got to Egypt, because his brothers had sold him into Egypt. So now he starts working for this guy Potiphar, because God gave him favor. So this is an important guy. He working for the guy, and now here comes a thing too. I'm gonna ask: is this Turk or is this Jacob? So now Potiphar's wife eventually starts making the moves on Joseph, on Turk, and Joseph wouldn't succumb to it, and Joseph wouldn't. And one day it got so bad that she was like, I guess, grabbing on him or something, and he tore loose, and she had his coat in her hand. Then she went and yelled rape, or he tried to rape me. So that's when he went to jail. Now right there, that's kind of where, and I'm gonna kind of end this thing going long, and this thing going longer than I really thought it would. But look, so that's where it kind of ends as far as I say with Turk and with Joseph, because see, not to judge Turk or nothing like that or whatever, But now he was on Vlad, and he, and some kind of story came up to where he cheated on his wife in prison. And Vlad even asked him to specify who it was, a man or a woman, and he just said, "Nah, man, I cheated." So excuse me. So that's the thing, man. It's like, see, when people compare themselves to a man of God, see, they got to think, am I going to do like that person would do in those situations? Joseph went to jail because he was lied on and set up. And, Turk went to jail because he was high and wired up, and then police came busting in and he thought they were robbers or whatever. He went to shooting at the police, But see, stuff like that, see, like, to me, I would go to court and I would be like, look, come on, I wasn't trying to shoot at no police, man. They scared me. I was sitting in there and out of nowhere they kicked the door in. What I'm supposed to think going on? They go in there trying to be hard, gangster. Yeah, I was shooting at him. Yeah, I shot at him. Yeah, fuck the police. I shot at him. BG already said the police shot the police. I'm gonna look that case up and see. Anyway, that's what I'm saying though. But you know what? For real, I ain't gonna lie. As far as that album, it's pretty good. I ain't gonna say it's like the best album you ever heard, or even I don't think it's even the best Turk could do. But especially that first song, see, now I ain't gonna even lie, I ain't heard a whole lot of it, but I heard that one song, and I knew, I said, ooh, that song cold right there, boy. That first song, I forgot, but the way he was describing himself as being Joseph, I was like, I said, oh, he said, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, yeah. So, what y'all think? Do y'all think that Turk is comparable to Joseph? Or do you think that Turk just overreacting? That Turk really did that all himself? He really dug his own hole. He really dug his own hole with his friends. We all do it. I done did it. We do and say stuff we ain't mean to say, but, you know what I'm saying? Be too late. Anyway, y'all have a good week, and let me know, subscribe, like, all that. Peace.